Hello everyone, welcome to MyPinkStamper.com. This is Robyn and I'm here today with you showing you how to make a fun spring card. I don't know about you, but I am really tired of the snow and the cold in the area where I live. So I'm pulling out our brand new Sale-a-bration blossoming basket stamp set with the coordinating basket weave dynamic embossing folder. Right now, up until the end of March 31st, 2018, you can get this whole entire set for free when you place a $100 retail order directly from my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right in and get started. We're going to be starting with the embossing folder. I will have all of the dimensions and the sizes directly on my screen, as well as the item code. If you would like to place any orders, you can do them directly from my shopping page. We're going to be using our sponge brayers. They come in a set with 3 different sponges and 2 applicators or arms, whatever you want to call them. So I'm going to be using this. And I'm using our CRUMB cake ink pad, and I'm going to show you a fun technique that you can use with all of your embossing folders. It doesn't matter which ones you have, you can do the same exact technique with different colors. So I'm going to go ahead and just ink this up. And you can do it as light or as dark as you want, and you're going to get a different look. The more you put it on it, it's going to look a little bit different each time. Okay, and I kind of want a lot on here. I want it to cover all of the edges. All right, I will set that aside after I ink up my camera and my arm and everything else. All right, so I'm going to place a piece of our crumb cake cardstock, and I've cut this at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. I'm just going to place it in here. And I'm going to close this. Now I'm going to come around to my Big Shot. This is the amazing Stampin' Up! Big Shot. I absolutely love it. I use it on almost all of my projects. So we'll just run this through. You can use it for embossing, or if you want to cut out with our coordinating framelits, thinlits, and edgelets, this works as well for that. Okay, are you ready? It's going to be a surprise. And then just to clean this off, you can just wipe this off with a paper towel and our Stampin' Mist, or you can run it under some water in your sink. Okay, here we go. Isn't this gorgeous? Check out that texture. Look at that. How beautiful is that? So this is a custom background paper for this card. Now, these are the colors that I'm using. The next piece I'm using is our thick Whisper White cardstock, and this is cut at 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 inches. And I'm just going to be using the basket, this basket right here. So this stamp set comes with a basket, a butterfly, a tag, here for you, you are loved, sentiments. The stamp set that I'm using is our clear mount, which means that you can use it with any of our clear acrylic blocks. This saves storage, and it also saves blocks and wood. You can also get this with the wood option, where it is permanently mounted on wood if you like those better. All right, we're going to be using the Early Espresso ink pad. I'm just going to ink it up. Just stamp it right in the center of this. Beautiful. It already looks beautiful. This could also be a Mother's Day card, an Easter card, whichever holiday goes along with giving someone flowers. It could be an anniversary card. You are loved. So I'm not going to do all of this on screen. I actually might, and then just speed it up. I'm going to start. These are our Stampin' Right markers. You can get these in the whole entire color collection that comes with all of our exclusive colors, blah, blah, blah. I don't edit a lot out. If you're new to my videos, welcome. I don't do a lot of editing, so usually hear me mess up a few times. All right, so these ones are in different color families. Actually, all of them are. So you can get these in the different color families. This is the CRUMB cake, which is in the neutral. This is the PEAR Pizzazz and the Blushing Bride. They are in the subtles. And this is the Daffodil Delight, which is in the brights. So you could get them in a big color family, or you could get them in the color family. So the big color family has all of them. All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Again, I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. This has the point tip. These are great for scrapbooking, and you can journal if you'd like as well to coordinate. I'm going to be using the brush tip, and I am just going to be coloring this in, and then I'm going to speed up the rest. So the rest you will see in fast motion. All right, I have it all colored, and now it's time to start putting this card together. I just want to share with you how simple it is to make a custom card on your own. You don't have to be overwhelmed if this is your first time creating cards. So I did a fun background texture, which is super easy and anyone can do this. I did a little bit of coloring, which also anyone can do. And now I'm just going to simply, with some straight lines, adding a little of our PEAR Pizzazz shimmer ribbon, I'm going to finish this card for you guys. We will start by folding our piece of blush. I'm sorry, what is this called again? I'm going to remember in just a second. Okay, let me see. Blushing Bride! Okay, Blushing Bride cardstock. This is cut at 5.5 by 8.5. So this is just one of our 8.5 by 11 sheets of cardstock cut directly in half. So you can make 2 cards with each piece of cardstock if you'd like. So I'm going to go ahead and fold this in half using one of our bone folders. This gives it a nice and tight crease for you. And we'll set this aside, and we'll set our top aside. Now we're going to go ahead and add this embossed cardstock onto this piece here. This is Early Espresso cardstock. It's cut at 4 by 5.25. And because we did emboss this, notice how it's just a little wiggly and bends. So you want to make sure that you put your cardstock or your adhesive, and I'm using our SNAIL adhesive, on all 4 sides, and then I'll put a little bit in the middle. So this will keep it nice and flat when you lay it on your card. And look at how this Early Espresso just makes it all pop, pop, pop. So now we will use this ribbon, which is gorgeous, and it's pulling out. I like to pull out the colors in the main element. So the background piece, the Blush Blossom, is pulling out this color here, and then I used PEAR here, and that's pulling it out here. This will pull out the color there, and that's how I figure out my colors on my projects. So we're going to just cut this, and I'm going to use just some regular kitchen tape. You can use adhesive on the back of these if you'd like, but I find that this keeps it in place. Now I have chosen to keep this card blank, and just because sometimes we just want regular note cards, right? So this is just going to be a note card. You can write whatever you'd like in the center, or you can use one of the sentiments, here for you, or you are loved. You can also use that in the center of the cardstock on the inside, but I've chosen not to. I just want to leave it just beautiful. I don't want to gunk it up too much. So I'm going to go ahead and add this here. Look how easy this is. This is just a simple and easy card. Now you have 2 ways to add this cardstock on. If you don't own any dimensionals or our foam adhesive, you could just lay it flat. I'm going to be using our foam strips. These are also good if you're going to be making shaker cards. Shaker cards are super fun. And these work perfect with the shaker cards. I have some just leftover strips, so I'm just going to add 3 here, and then I'll add 1 here, and then I'm going to cut 1. Probably shouldn't use my good scissors, right? I'll use ones that are already a little sticky. Okay, and then I'm going to add that here. You can also use just our regular Stampin' dimensionals. I'd use quite a bit just to give it good coverage on a piece this size if possible. The foam strips are nice. They are self-adhesive, so you just take off the backings. And now you have a gorgeous card that you can give to someone for Easter, Mother's Day, birthday, thinking of you, happy anniversary. I'm just going to have this off to the left here. And I'm also going to take a little bit more of this ribbon, a little more. Let's go ahead and pull this through the bottom. And I'm going to do enough to do a bow. I'm going to do a bow. I know it. You don't often see me do a lot of bows on my videos. Okay, in my classes we do a lot of bows though. If you're interested in one of my online classes, you can email me at mypinkstamper@gmail.com and I will give you all the information of my current online class. Okay, so this is the trick. Wrap this around here, and normally you would want to go this way, right? But because we want the bunny ear to be on the top, we're going to pull it around the opposite way. So just try to remember opposite, opposite. I'm doing this opposite, and then pull this through if you can, if it'll let you. Okay. Let me flip this around. I'm just gonna, you kind of can play with it and maneuver it so it looks like you want it to look. Okay. And that is how I want it to look. I want it to be off just a little bit like that. And then I just want these straight. Sometimes you want them a little bit angled, but I want that straight. So I have just a really gorgeous, simple, beautiful card. Your family and friends would have no idea this was just a super easy card for you to make. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll have the full supply list at the end of this video. You can find me at mypinkstamper.com, and you can order any of these products directly from my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for stopping by.